Good to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Give it a couple minutes here, a minute to 8:30, and then we'll get started.
It's recording. Do you want me to turn?
No, just keep it short. It'll be 8:30 here in 10 seconds. I will call this Tuesday, June 7th meeting of Lawrence County Board of Elections to order. Chris, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spillvogel?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here.
Commissioner Boyd?
Here. Any public comment? Seeing none, we have approval of the minutes from May 31, 2022. I'll give my colleagues a minute to check those over. Take a motion to accept and file the minutes or make any changes necessary in speaking.
So moved.
Second, a motion second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, question on the motion. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. This first resolution, which is going to be resolution number
03.
03. We're going to retro this if everybody's amenable to it to that May 31. This is just a formal resolution. Basically, the certification of the general election minus the recount, just so we have something on the record.
Sure.
In resolution form. We're trying to switch over to that. So we'll retro it to the 31st. However we do that. But I'm sure between Chris and Jason, they can
Yeah.
figure out the language there.
Sure.
Correct.
Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
We went over it last week. I'll take a motion to approve 3.
So moved.
Second. A motion to second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Chris, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spillvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Up next, this is the one where we're going to have, I imagine, a little bit of conversation. Number 4,
Mhm.
certifying the Commonwealth Republican. Orange County Board of Elections is hereby certify the recount of the Pennsylvania Commonwealth Republican. I'm going to take out the word state in there, just because I don't want people to be confused, think that it's state senator as opposed to a United States senator.
Or should you say United States Senate race so they don't think it's a state Senate
You
race?
want to say U.S.?
I'd prefer, yeah,
That's how it is on the ballot, so. I would
United
recommend-
States Senate.
United States Senate.
Thank you.
Tim,
Yes, sir.
how did the recount go?
The recount went extremely well.
What's the deviation?
Here is the figures that I had from election night, and here are the recount figures. So some were off by, they gained or lost 1.
Let's do the math real fast on this one. Kathy Barnett gained 2.
Yes.
Dr. Oz lost 1. George Bichetto stayed constant. Jeff Bardos lost 1. Dave McCormick gained 2. Carla Sands held constant. And then, Sean Gale held constant. And Carla Sands lost 1.
Yes, sir.
So in other words, we were off by less than 10, and you guys sat through that
Absolutely.
more than I did.
Yes.
But my assumption there, and you guys might be able to back me up on this, was you had instances where the oval maybe wasn't fully shaded, where it was an X instead of a fill-in, and you guys were able to remediate those, and that's
Yes.
effectively the cause for
Yes.
any up-down deviations.
That's
Is that accurate?
very
Yes, it is.
Yes.
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 There were the write-ins as well.
We had 23 for John Fetterman. Isn't that amazing that even the Republicans voted Fetterman at a higher rate than Lamb? 23 for Fetterman, 21 for Lamb, and 21 scattered. Hopefully, at least one of those on the Republican ticket is for Dan or for another one of the Republicans for Senate. We're gonna go through. We're gonna find those numbers out.
I should also note that we spent the first day recounting the mail-in ballots.
Yes.
And then the second day, which was a longer day, we did
Yes.
the polling place ballots,
Right.
of which there were more, which was why it took longer. But I want to note for the record that at both of those days, we had 3 watchers from the public who had the appropriate certification to watch, and that at any point in time where either a ballot came out that, let's say, nobody voted, and there were a number of those where no one chose to vote for that race, or if there were, this only happened a few times, there are a couple times where people voted for two candidates.
Yes.
But anyway, any ballot that Commissioner Spielvogel and I had to review, we actually showed the
Yes.
watchers.
Mhm.
I don't believe we were obligated legally to do that, but we chose to do that. We wanted to make certain that the watchers saw everything that we saw.
Yeah. And including even the processing of the ballots. You know, as each box was brought in,
Yes.
we made sure that there was a clear, unobstructed view of what was happening and going on.
Yep.
Mhm.
It worked out really
And it
good.
did, it worked out very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other thing I think that's important to note is that per the law, the machines that were used in the original tabulation of the mail-ins were not the machines used in the tabulation of the recount.
Yes.
Totally separate machines, totally separate models.
Right.
And the machines used for an original tabulation of the in-person voting were not the same machines used for the
Right.
recount tabulation of the in-person voting. Again, totally different machines, totally different models.
Yes.
Mhm.
And as we always like to note, none of our machines are even capable of connecting to the internet.
No.
I want to throw that out there, just because they do what they're programmed to do, and
Yes.
we program them internally, and there is no way for anyone else to access the programming period.
That is correct.
We also, the time frame on Wednesday, as I noted, was maybe an hour and a half to almost 2 hours for the mail-in ballots.
Right.
But on Wednesday, the next day, it did take us about 6 hours. But keep in mind, we were taking each voting precinct, of which there were 74,
Right.
SNPJ, they all voted by mail.
Mail, which helped.
But we actually had to bring in each container of ballots from each precinct and take them precinct by precinct, which added to the time frame on the second day, which is why it took about 6 hours to do that.
And caused some of them to kick out because of the way they landed in the actual ballot box. That they may have been crinkled or curled up.
Yep.
So
That
it
did
took a
happen.
minute or two
Yeah.
to get that done
But
as well.
the machines did what they were supposed
Yes,
to
they
do, and
did.
so did we.
Yes.
So. it went-
Very well
it went
done.
well.
Any other questions, comments on the certification of the recount?
No.
What are we legally required to get this in?
Tomorrow at noon.
All right, so we got plenty of time to ship it off to the state.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'll take a motion to approve for.
So moved.
Second. A motion secondly for discussion, hearing none, question on the motion, Chris, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner
Yeah.
Vogler?
Yes,
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, that takes care of the 2022 primary election.
Yes.
Any additional comments from you?
I would
Tim?
like to thank the board very much. You guys, were your counsel was very much appreciative. And as well, I'd like to thank everybody in the courthouse. Little does everybody know, but it goes from the sheriff to the controllers,
Right.
to offices volunteering their help for the recount, the maintenance department, veterans, domestic. Everybody's very helpful. I just want to
Yes.
express my thanks, and I do thank you as well. Thank you for getting through with this with me.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, Tim, this was your first official run as director. And as always, the office performed well. You guys performed with integrity. And it's because of your leadership over in that office, as well as the staff over in that office, that Lawrence County continues to hold safe and secure elections.
Thank you.
Safe, secure, and accurate.
Yes,
Yes.
we will continue that.
Yes, thank you.
But other than that, that's it. That's all I have.
Anything additional from either
No,
of my
sir.
colleagues?
No.
Anything additional from anybody over there? All right, we will adjourn the Tuesday, June 7th meeting of the Lawrence County Board of Elections.
Here, let me get you guys this. Make sure I'll go to the stage.
Alrighty.